What up, second grade? It is Miss Crawl here, and today we're going to be talking about adverbs, preposition, and prepositional phrases. Now, those are some pretty big words, and I understand that. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it, and we're going to work through this together, so don't worry. So we're going to go ahead and talk about what each one of those things I just said was. So we're going to talk about an adverb first, then we're going to talk about a preposition, and then we're going to talk about a prepositional phrase. So let's first start with an adverb. An adverb tells more about a verb. Some adverbs tell how about the verb. Many adverbs end in ly. So this is just kind of a way that's going to describe more about the verb. So if you think of an adverb, you see that word verb in there, so that reminds you, okay, it's going to do something about a verb, and we know that's going to tell more about the verb. So let's look at this example. The banker counted the bills slowly. So how did the banker count the bills? The banker counted them slowly. So counted is our verb here, and slowly is describing it. That's saying, how did the banker count them? He counted them slowly. So that's an adverb. It's telling us more about the verb, and in this case, it's telling us more about how the verb, right? How did he count them? He counted them slowly. And many adverbs end in that ly. So that's kind of a trick. If you look out for that, that might be able to help you. So a preposition comes before a noun or a pronoun. Some prepositions are in, about, at, from, with, to, and by. So a preposition comes before a noun or a pronoun, and some common ones that you might see are in, about, at, from, with, to, or by. So keep a lookout for that. A prepositional phrase is a group of words that begins with a preposition and ends with a noun or pronoun. So a prepositional phrase starts with a preposition. So it's most likely going to start with in, about, at, from, with, to, or by, and then it's going to end in a noun or pronoun. So he talked with me. Well, who'd he talk with? He talked with me. We have that preposition with, and it ends with that noun or pronoun, me. And this also helps us describe the verb, and that's what this says down here. A prepositional phrase can also tell how about the verb. So again, he talked with me. We have that preposition and then that noun or pronoun. She saved money from her job. How did she save money? From her job. That tells us more about the verb saved, right? She saved money. How did she save money? That verb saved from her job. From is that preposition, and then we have our noun or pronoun for the finish this prepositional phrase, from her job. So we're going to go ahead. I know that was a lot of information, but let's go ahead and give this a practice. So it says, circle the verb in each sentence, then write the adverb on the line. So we first have to find the verb. So let's look at number 1. The banker spoke clearly. All right, so I see that spoke is our verb here. And the word clearly describes how the banker spoke. So that is my adverb. It is giving me more information about the verb spoke. The banker spoke. How the banker speak? He spoke clearly. Number 2, Charlie listened carefully. Well, my verb here is listened. And how did Charlie listen? He listened carefully. So my adverb here is carefully, because that's describing the verb listen. That's describing how Charlie listened. All right, let's look at number 3. The wind blew suddenly. I want you to go ahead. Can you yell out what our verb is in this sentence? Blew. Oh, I almost just gave the answer. What's the verb here in the sentence? Let me hear you. Yeah, blew. Good. So blew is our verb. Now, what's our adverb? What words describes how the wind blew? I won't say it this time. What describes how the wind blew? The wind blew what? Let me hear it. Yell it out. Yeah, the wind blew suddenly. So that is our adverb here. Suddenly, how the wind blew or blow? It blew suddenly. Number 4, the money fell quietly. The money fell quietly. So what's our verb here? Go ahead and yell it out. Yes, you should have yelled out fell. That is our verb. And what word here is describing how the money fell? How did the money fall? It fell what? Shout it out. Yeah, it fell quietly. So that is our adverb here. It fell quietly. So those are our adverbs. And I do want you to notice that all of them actually do end in that ly. So that's a trick that you can look for. All right. Part B says underline the prepositional phrase, circle the preposition. All right, so we're going to practice finding the preposition and also finding the prepositional phrase. So remember, this helps us tell about the verb. So let's look at 5. Charlie reached for the money. Charlie reached for the money. All right, so the first thing I notice here is that our verb is reached. And I know it doesn't tell us to do anything with the verb here, but I want to circle the verb. So reached is our verb. What's describing reached? Well, what Charlie reached for what? For the money. That's my prepositional phrase. Now, what's just my preposition? Well, a prepositional phrase starts with a preposition. Some common prepositions are in, about, at, from, with, to, and by. And so, in this case, for is our preposition. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight it. I'm going to change directions here a little bit. So Charlie reached, what did Charlie reach? Charlie reached for the money. So we have our preposition for, and then we have money for our noun or pronoun. All right, let's look at number 6. He counted it with his sister. He counted it with his sister. So go ahead and yell out, what is our verb here? Yell it out for me. Yeah, our verb is counted. So let me go ahead and circle that. He counted it with his sister. So now we need to figure out that prepositional phrase. So he counted what? What's describing counted? He counted it with who? With his sister. So that's our whole prepositional phrase. Remember, prepositional phrase starts with a preposition and has a noun or pronoun, ends with that noun or pronoun, so it ends with sister for that noun or pronoun. So that means our preposition is with. With is a preposition. All right, 2nd grade, that was awesome work. So before you guys go, let's do a quick review of what we just practiced. So we practiced an adverb, and an adverb tells more about a verb. So, and oftentimes they end in ly, and they tell how about the verb. So the banker counted the bills slowly. How did the banker count the bills? The banker counted the bills slowly. A preposition comes before a noun or pronoun, and some common ones that we see are in, about, at, from, with, to, and by. There's some common ones. Now, a prepositional phrase is a group of words that begins with a preposition and ends with a noun or pronoun. So he talked with me. With me is a prepositional phrase. It starts with the preposition with and ends with that noun or pronoun me. And the reason that prepositional phrases are important is they can also tell how about the word. So how did he talk? He talked with me. Some examples we did down here. The banker spoke clearly. How did the banker speak? He spoke clearly. If we look down, he counted it with his sister. He counted it. Our verb was counted. He counted it. And then how did he count it? With his sister. That's our prepositional phrase. And it started with that preposition with. And then we had our noun or pronoun, sister. All right, 2nd grade, that was awesome. I know that was a lot of information, but you guys did great. So keep practicing this, and I'll see you next time.